Welcome to Obi-Wan Studios, and for today's LEGO Star Wars set review, we have the 75403 Grogu with Hover Pram, and I am so excited to have another set based on the Mandalorian, and I mean, come on, Grogu with this Hover Pram, how could it get any better than that? Now, this set released on January 1st for $100. It comes with 1,048 pieces and one lone minifig, which of course, as you would expect, is Grogu. When it comes to the box art for this set, I think it looks pretty great. It just reminds me of Mandalorian Season 1, the kind of vibe of the set. You have Grogu and his Pram looking real nice. And then if we turn our box around, we see Grogu is outside of his Hover Pram holding one of those Argies frogs or Sorgan frogs as they're called, which we see in the Mandalorian. Some of his ability to move his head and arms is also highlighted. Just a really awesome looking box in my personal opinion, and I'm super excited now to get on with building Grogu and his Hover Pram. Alright, it's time to unseal our Grogu with Hover Pram, and if you guys want to make sure you don't miss any more of my LEGO Star Wars 2025 set reviews, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and now let's get this set all opened up. Inside of our box, we have two instructions manuals, and I'm not sure why the top of my first one is a bit ripped up, but always just a case for LEGO to put the instructions manuals and stickers inside of a cardboard protective sleeve for all of their sets. We have a small sticker sheet and then 11 total numbered bags. I'm going to go and build Grogu with his Hover Pram. I'm pretty excited for this one, and I will check back in with you guys once the set is all complete. Alright, so having built everything, I'm honestly surprised we have just gotten a Grogu with Hover Pram set now. I mean, the concept seems like an absolute no-brainer. It would appeal to so many people, and it makes for a really awesome Mandalorian display set as well. And there are some play features when it comes to this set too, but it very much is primarily a display set, and a pretty cute one at that. So first off, taking a look at our display plaque stand, the display plaque is printed and it looks fantastic. There's lots of great information on it, and the blue Grogu as well looks very sharp. And then beside it we have a spot to put our minifig Grogu with his own little Hover Pram build, and I think this looks great as well. The Hover Pram build is different compared to all the previous versions we have seen, but scale-wise I think it works and looks a little bit better in terms of that. It's a pretty simple build, but does the job I think just fine. Moving on to our Grogu build, and I mean, how can you not love this little Grogu? I just think he looks so cute and so great. Of course, getting Grogu's design across in LEGO form isn't the easiest thing, but I think he does look pretty cute. His head is on a ball joint, so you can turn it around and kind of tilt it back and forth, so there is some posing that you can do with them. Same thing for the ears, they can tilt downwards and then back kind of parallel to his head, which is another nice touch. You have the robes that Grogu wears too, which look fine. The shaping of them is detailed enough, more than enough, I think, for what this set kind of would require. And then you have his hands as well, which are posable with these gears on his back, and you can move his arms up and down, and then his hands can open and close too, so that he can grab some of the little accessories that the set comes with. I think this Grogu is pretty awesome. And speaking of accessories, the set does come with 3 for Grogu to use, and it helps to add a little bit of play function to the set as well, even though it is primarily a display piece. The first one being the Sorgan frog, which looks really cute. It's got the kind of blue, light blue, and black color scheme for it. Grogu can hold it in his hand. You know, just a really fun accessory. The sticker on the back of it too, I think, looks very sharp. Then we have 2 Navarro nummies, which basically are like macaroons, essentially. These 2 little light blue builds look great as well, and you can place them in Grogu's hand, pretend like he's eating one of those. And then lastly, of course, as you would want, you have the little knob from the inside of the Razor Crest. Of course, that accessory just could not have been left out when it came to this build. And lastly, when it comes to Grogu, when you are building him, you place a little green heart inside, and it's just a pretty cute and fun little Easter egg. And then we have our Hover Pram, which I just think looks really beautiful, if I'm being honest. To get kind of the spherical shaping of it in LEGO form and for it to come across this good, I just have to say I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks so great. The actual kind of roundness of it near the bottom going along to the sides and the back was just done very, very well. I really do like the look of the Hover Pram. You have a couple of stickers on the Hover Pram too, like at the very front, and then some yellow details on the sides, which look very sharp and just help to kind of make the Hover Pram look obviously a bit more lively and accurate. And then these larger pieces that they use for the shaping really help to kind of make that actual top hatch look quite as good and get the actual real shape of it across. The fact that there is this one piece with the clips on it as well that helps to hold it nice and tight together at the top was very smart that they did that there, and just helps to make it look even better. The interior of the Hover Pram too is done all in dark brown, which just looks nice and makes it kind of feel like there'd be some like leather or something in there to make it a bit more cozy for Grogu to go in. I'm really a big fan of this Hover Pram build. I just think it looks so good. And of course, one thing about the Hover Pram is that, well, it hovers, and LEGO did provide a nice small black stand for the Hover Pram to sit on. It doesn't protrude out, or really, it's not really that noticeable when you're looking at the build, if I'm being honest. At least I don't think it is. And it helps just to give the pram some height as well, so it's not just flat on the ground. And I definitely am a big fan of the way they did that. Plus, it just makes it feel very, very sturdy. Now, obviously, the way most people I feel like are going to display this set is putting Grogu actually in the Hover Pram, and that is very easy. At the bottom, you actually have his feet done in there too. I don't believe I mentioned that earlier in the review, but you have just a couple of little studs and plates that actually represent Grogu's feet, and in between there, you have a small space that you actually can slot Grogu in. They designed it so that he just kind of fits right in between those ingot pieces, and then you just can kind of place him in there just like that. And I mean, come on, this looks so awesome. And with Grogu and his Hover Pram, if you wanted to have his arms posed a certain way, or his ears, his head kind of tilted, you really have a lot of options in terms of actually displaying him how you would want. If you want him holding that little ball from the inside of the Razor Crest, from that like shifter knob or whatever it is, or one of the Navarro nummies, whatever you want, you have a bit of options and a bit of choice, which just makes a set like this a lot better in my opinion. The fact that there's not just really one way you have to display it, but you can have some fun with it, change it up a little bit, or display Grogu outside of the pram as well. That's certainly a look that you can choose to do too. Just makes it more interesting, I feel like. And for me, you know, I display all my sets, and to actually have the ability to kind of change up the way it looks is just, you know, another nice bonus for sure. I absolutely love this set, and I think the concept was a no-brainer for LEGO to try and make, but the fact that they executed it pretty much perfectly and as good as they did here, it just makes the set, in my opinion, an absolute no-brainer purchase. I'm a massive fan of The Mandalorain, especially seasons 1 and 2. I mean, that season 2 ending was one of the funnest times I've had ever watching anything from Star Wars. It was just great, and this set here, I mean, it's fun, it's accurate, it's such a great little set, and it's kind of the essence of what I feel like all LEGO Star Wars sets should be. Fun, exciting, accurate, and nicely detailed, and just even the care to throw in these accessories, which they really didn't need to do, but they did. It's just a really, really great set, and for that $100 price point too, you know what? I think it's worth picking up at that price point. It feels fair. There's really great value. You can feel the care and love that LEGO and the designers actually put into this set. Thank you for watching my review on the 75403 Grogu with Hover Pram. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts on this set in the comments down below. I just really love it. I think it's so cute, and I have to find a spot to display it now in my display cabinets because they're full at the moment, but I think this whole build is too cute to not have on display. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do if you want to support my LEGO Star Wars set reviews, and also to see all of my LEGO Star Wars 2025 set reviews when they do come out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video too if you did enjoy the review, and until the next time, you guys, thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next LEGO Star Wars set review.